wanna do the two-step, then cowboy boogie. Grab a sweetheart and spin out with him. Do the hold down and get it. Take it to the left now and dip with it. Don't throw down.
Welcome back.
Hey guys. Let's show this. Welcome back to We Talk Too Much. It's not anymore.
Okay.
I'm Kristen.
I'm Lindsay.
And I'm Thomas.
Yeah, we have a special
We have a guest today. Our friend Thomas.
How's it going, guys?
How did we meet Thomas?
That's a really good question. Freshman year, we all lived together in the same dorm.
Same room.
Yeah, that's how that happened. No, and
You lived below us.
yeah, I lived in the hall downstairs.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I guess I spent a lot of time up at y'all's pod.
Yeah.
Eventually,
I
just
guess
kind of
so.
met everyone.
I just remembered the first time I met you. Were you there when he came up when there were like 10 of us in the pod?
I came up there.
up?
Okay, I walked up in that situation so many times. You're gonna have to be a little more specific.
Okay, there was a time that a bunch of us were hanging out, and you came up, I think with like 2 other guys, but eventually they left, and it was just you, and you like opened up your Snap, and you went around, and everyone got your Snap, and I literally had your Snap for months, and I never talked
I was
to
about
you.
to say that's probably the most.
not there.
I was about to say that's the most
I was there,
on-brand
'cause
thing
that's how
I've
I
ever
got-
done.
No.
Really?
No, but I remember you telling
No,
me.
freshman
and I was
year I
like,
did that
thank
stuff
God.
all the time. Like,
Yeah.
I would just go places and be like, "Here, have my Snap."
I hate
Like,
that about you.
I don't do it anymore, but you know.
Probably do. You probably do.
Nah, I do too.
No, I remember you said that because I was like, thank God I wasn't there. No offense, but I didn't know you and I
Yeah,
would
no,
have
I
said
know.
No, also no offense, but my first impression was like, who's this guy?
Yeah.
I literally was like getting all these girls' snaps. But you're a great guy.
I
Yeah, now-
appreciate that. Like,
Now we're friends.
Yeah, now we're friends.
Yeah.
I'm dead.
Okay, so there's something very important that I wanted to talk about.
okay.
This is my first topic. So yesterday, our collective mutual friend, Mary, who was on an episode 2 episodes ago, she's my roommate. We live together off
Yep.
campus. Yesterday, we were just sitting and chilling and playing Mario Kart.
A move.
Yeah. And she was like, I really want to get a hamster. And we've been talking about getting a hamster for quite some time. And I was like, Mary, I can't. I've been saying I can't because I can't afford it. Because we got a fish a few weeks ago, and that's expensive enough just to have a fish.
Wait.
So,
I do have a question.
yeah.
Does your apartment make you pay more for having the hamster?
So there's a pet fee, but it's only for cats and dogs.
So it doesn't count for a hamster.
Oh, that's
No,
nice.
doesn't count for a hamster,
Oh, that
doesn't
is
count
nice.
for fish. But the pet fee is like,
It's $250 and then like
I think
$25
it's
extra a
more.
month. That's how
Oh,
my
is it
apartment
something-
complex
I
is.
think ours is even more than that.
Well, it's also a one-time fee, or
forget.
does it add to the rent?
I think it's just a one-time fee. I don't know if it adds to the monthly rent.
Because
I'm not
ours,
sure.
ours is $250 to start, and then it's $25 extra a month.
Damn.
That's too much, to be
I
honest.
just want to.
So we're good.
you got a hamster.
Yeah, we got a hamster, and Mary's upset. So Mary bought it. It's hers. It's
Yeah.
in her room, but I love him, and his name is Nugget,
Nugget.
Oh yeah.
and he's a Robo dwarf hamster.
Oh.
And Robo is short for like some.
No,
like,
I know. My
do you-
cousin,
Ross?
I don't know what it's short for,
Something
but my cousin used to have one, and those things are crazy.
Yeah.
They're so tiny.
No, they're.
They just kind of like bounce around like,
Yeah.
like really fucking
No,
fast.
We went to PetSmart and we purposely got the chillest one because there were 2 that were in that wheel and just wrestling each other on top of each other, going
I'm
like
dead.
crazy fast. And then there was one that was just chilling in the corner, so we took that one because Mary didn't want to deal with like the rambunctiousness.
I wouldn't either.
Yeah.
I get that.
Yeah, you want a nice
Right.
one.
So today I was in the library with Mary and I looked up hamster facts. 'Cause
Okay.
I wanted to talk to these hamster.
A procrastination level.
Well, first of all,
100.
this
like,
is, yeah. Sorry to my professors. This was more important to me. The gestation period, which means like how long like a pregnancy is for
Yeah.
like hamsters, like how long a hamster is
quick,
pregnant.
right?
It's only 22 days
Yeah.
for a dwarf
nice.
hamster, which is insane. Also, they're nearsighted and colorblind, which isn't that.
Aw.
Oh, okay, good. I was gonna say that's not that interesting, but Mary really liked that fact.
Well,
Also,
aren't most animals nearsighted and colorblind? Like,
I think most animals are
mammals-
colorblind, but I've never
have
heard
no idea.
nearsighted before.
Yeah, me neither.
I mean, it definitely depends on the animal, but I feel
Yeah.
like a very common one is colorblind and
Yeah.
nearsighted. Like cows. Cows are colorblind.
They are?
They're colorblind, and I think they're nearsighted.
Cute. Let's go.
I
Dogs.
just thought it was just dogs.
Dogs.
glasses.
Dogs are red green colorblind. Dogs aren't like completely
Oh,
colorblind.
true. The most important fact
Okay.
Hamsters are known for their speed and have been said to run an equivalent of 4 human marathons each night on average. Each night. Also, I like how it's specified.
Each night, that's over 100 miles each night.
Literally. And I like how it specifies human marathons.
That's 100.
Because how much is a marathon? 20.
It's 26.2, so
yeah.
it's 104.8.
Don't know. I don't know math.
Tell me that's not insane.
Hamsters make me nervous. I've had a lot in my lifetime, and I've had a lot of bad ones in my life.
You've had a lot of hamsters?
Yes.
Got any hamsters?
I've had one hamster. Two. I had 2 hamsters.
But 3.
And one time, one of my hamsters, the cage was plastic and the cage broke, and he squeezed out of the cage, made his way from my room all the way down the stairs.
They are.
All the way down the stairs, and then behind my washing machine, and I didn't notice it. I just thought he was in his little house, and then my mom comes upstairs and says, "Thomas, check on your hamster." I'm like, "Oh, I think he's in there. I think he's just taking a nap," and he's gone. My mom only found out because my dog started freaking out and trying to get the hamster.
Dog ate it.
No, the dog didn't eat it, but the dog tried to go in under the washing machine and get it. Mm-hmm. So that's how my mom knew my hamster was gone.
Was he okay?
Oh yeah, he was fine. Okay. We picked him up, put him back in the cage, and he lived another 8 or 9 months.
Yeah, my hamster was an escape artist. We never figured out how he got out. His name was Fudge. And he always, honestly, it probably happened 10 times, which is 10 times too many for a hamster.
Yeah.
Finally,
and we would find him under I think there was one morning that my mom was making coffee, and she was in the kitchen just standing by the stove or whatever, and she was holding her mug, and then he was gone that night, so it was the next morning, and she was he'll turn up, and he crawled under her foot, from underneath the fridge or something.
That's
and
impressive.
Over her foot.
Dang, I only had 2 hamsters. First one was named Snickers. I had 3, just kidding. Snickers, he was the bomb.com. He never escaped, he was too fat. And then he died out of old age. Sad. Then I had Oreo, and he was a dick. The hamsters hissed, fun fact, and it'd hiss at me when I'd walk by in my room. And to change his cage, my dad had to put oven mitts on to hold him. And then I had to dump it real quick and stuff it.
My brother had a hamster like that. One that would bite and kick and scratch and hiss, but it would only do it. He would only bite me and my dad. So if we were going to clean the cage, my dad and I, if we were going to help my brother clean the cage, my brother had to hold the hamster because he wouldn't bite my brother, but he would bite me and my dad.
It's ownership.
And then the other hamster my sister had, it was the sweetest hamster ever. But we used to think it was dead because he loved having socks, so we would throw him old socks. And one time my sister, he was asleep, using it as a blanket, but upside down.
Ew.
He was sleeping on his back with his arms up in the air. And my sister pulled the sock off of him. He didn't move.
Oh my God.
He was just taking a fat nap. But
Drake and Josh, and they took the picture. It collapsed.
Yes.
But it wasn't dead.
Mary and I have been snapping I forgot his name for a second, Nugget, all day. And I'm nervous to use Flash because of that Drake and Josh episode.
Wait, honestly, I want to say try it to see what happens, but I don't
No,
want to
don't.
No, I don't even want to risk it.
Don't
I really
do that.
Don't
I think
it.
don't rabbits get heart attacks from camouflage?
I don't know.
They get heart
but I'm
attacks
scared.
easily.
Yeah.
You can't wash them because they'll die. Fun fact.
But yeah.
I had rabbits.
There's hamsters.
I want to meet Nugget. I haven't met him
Oh,
yet.
you will. You all will.
Oh, we're gonna have to meet Nuggets.
Speaking of animals,
Godfather.
Thomas.
I'm the godfather.
Yup.
Oh God. Speaking of animals, Thomas, you and your friends just founded the fishing club on campus,
Yeah.
which surprising it took 70 years for UNCW or 71. How old is UNCW? I don't know.
Shout out. No,
years
so-
for UNCW to get a fishing club.
Fun fact, this is really cool. UNCW had a fishing club in 2017 before we all got here.
Okay.
And they left money in their account in SGA.
Interesting.
How
And
much?
I'm getting it. We went up. So we go up to the business lady and we're like, "Hey,
All money.
how do we get our bank account? We're a new club." And she's like looking us up, the fishing club. She looks at us, she goes, "You sure you're a new club?" We're like, "Yeah, we just started last semester." She's like, "You have $1,500 sitting in your bank account right now."
Dude, that's nice.
Yeah, so
Are you chartered?
we don't really know. No,
Is that
I think
what that
we're
was?
I don't know. I don't know what we're gonna do with it. I can't really.
I do.
It's exec board secrets, but yeah,
I'll be there.
I'm not gonna lie. We don't really know what we're doing with it
It's like,
because we didn't expect to have it.
Charter a boat. I don't know.
Nah, I think we're gonna make it an investment. So like,
good.
put it into stuff we can sell.
Like Apple.
Like, how about t-shirts?
Oh yeah, make a
How
t-shirt.
about
Yeah,
t-shirts?
that's
I'll take
More
one if it's free.
Probable.
It's not gonna.
I'll be your advertisement.
I'll buy one.
Walking advertisement.
It's not gonna be free. We're gonna have to make a profit off of it.
Well,
Well, there's your downfall. Just kidding. Just kidding. Hope it's successful. Hey, join the fishing club if you like
Yeah,
fishing.
please come out, join us.
give us a fish back. Quick. Make it quick.
Fish can change sexes.
They can.
What?
Yeah, so in a fish school, the biggest fish is the biggest fish is the male.
Same.
Some species, not all species.
Okay.
But the biggest fish will be the male, and when the biggest male dies in the school, the second biggest female will become a male.
That's right. I saw it on like
That's
Oceans.
cool.
Yeah.
On, like,
That's actually
Netflix
really
or something.
cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that.
I'm not a big like fish person. Like I'm not super into fishing.
I mean, it's fine.
But that's cool. Not gonna lie.
Fishing's okay. My dad makes me do it with him.
Fishing's a lot of fun. I caught a
I did thumbs
tuna.
down.
I caught a tuna species this weekend, so that was really fun. I mean, it's a trash fish, but it's not like a regular tuna. They call it a false albacore for a reason, because somebody tried to eat it one time and it tasted gross.
I was gonna say they died.
But no, you can die from eating fish though. It depends.
Oh, I believe it.
Fish? You don't like sushi, right?
I don't like sushi.
Oh, I
no.
love sushi.
Yeah, I love sushi.
Oh, over the summer I got into this thing. It's not sushi. It's called poke.
That's good too.
It's so
I've heard
good.
of
Isn't that just
Yeah.
tuna?
It's
Raw tuna?
It's like deconstructed to sushi in
Yeah.
a bowl.
Poke bowl.
Yeah.
I think it's poke, right?
No, it's poke.
I think it's
Poke. Do
poke.
you ever have a
come on.
sushi burrito?
I've never had a sushi
They're
burrito.
good. It's just a sushi not cut. Like
Oh,
into
really?
the small pieces, yeah. But it's good.
Oh,
That's a
What?
little
How do
less.
you eat
That's
it?
a little less hype than I was thinking.
Like a
But
burrito. It's literally a sushi roll, not cut. Like I
I
don't
mean,
know how else to-
I've had a
nothing.
hand roll before, which is like a big,
Like a-
a big cone, and it's like sushi inside out in a cone. But they don't cut it up. You just eat it like a sandwich.
Love sushi.
I do too. I love sushi. Sushi's so good. Except I didn't eat fish for like a week after our Bio 202 class. And he
I
was
remember
talking
you
about
got scared.
He was talking about parasites and
In
From
Fish.
like
sushi.
it's
No,
raw
in
fish,
fish.
isn't it
Yeah.
raw?
I mean, ceviche,
But you
sushi,
gotta
all of
eat
that.
it like constantly to get that, right?
I mean, you have to eat bad fish to get that. Like,
Right.
Yeah.
You-
But like no one's serving
like if
it.
I'm pulling fish out of the ocean and I'm filleting it myself and I'm eating it that night, I'm not gonna get, dead.
Right. Get
But-
that.
get dead. But it was like a
Yeah.
week later. Ooh, catch you dead.
I'm just not a fish person in
Catch at your
general.
funeral.
Rest in peace.
Want to hear an interesting fact?
Of course. Oh my
Okay.
god, we're all about facts
So
today. Lots of
I know,
facts
I know.
today.
So I have
We
a,
teaching up
You're
here.
learning a lot today.
a biology of cancer class.
Right.
Super interesting. My teacher has been studying breast cancer. Like that's his thing. This has nothing to do with breast cancer. I just want you to know he's a accurate, factional man.
Factual.
Factual
yeah.
man.
Factual.
I can't talk. I'm very tired. Mr. Vadichka, and I love him a lot. Anyway,
It's
today
Dr. Vadichka.
Dr. Vadichka, and I still love him a lot, even more now that he's a doctor. So what he said, we were talking about epidemiology, which is like the study of how cancer affects people in general, not how like cancer works, but how they affect people. Whatever, right?
Right.
And then just randomly he was like, yeah, and we do trials on the mice to cure cancer. And he's like, and they've done it a bunch of times on mice. They've cured cancer in mice, but they're like, but it doesn't relate to people.
What?
Isn't that
Really?
crazy?
Yeah,
And
okay.
so effing crazy? I hate
So
that.
you wanna know
it's
something
so
funny?
sad.
That's crazy.
Not really funny, but I was watching Adam Ruins Everything one day, and they were talking about why research on mice is not good.
Because we're different than mice.
Because
True. Why do
humans-
we always research on mice?
Because mice are cheap.
Oh.
You can get
Do we even have like similar
no. Our,
genetic code
our
or
anatomy is not even close.
Oh.
No. I think our
Like-
closest, well, obviously, like a gorilla. But
monkeys.
dogs, too. They do dogs.
Dogs, but so mice are cheap. You can get like a dozen of them for cents on the dollar.
True.
if
I had a
they're
pet
live.
mouse. Fun fact.
So that's why rats and mice are used for testing, even though they really don't correlate to humans that well.
A lot of times though, they can figure out what works for them and then like remake it for us, and sometimes they'll help. But no, yeah, they've cured cancer a bunch of times in mice, but it's not working
It's
for
hard to do
humans.
in
Isn't that
humans.
crazy?
That is
Very
crazy.
sad. He just said it and then kept going, and I was like, what?
Yeah.
I didn't like
I
that.
mean, there's not much more to add if it doesn't work
Yeah,
in
what else
humans.
is
Like,
there to
just
say?
I
don't
didn't
go
know.
with
I
it.
was
Right.
like, damn.
Like,
rough.
you just got to move on. You got to try something else because it's not working in humans. So,
You're right. Let me ask you a question.
yes.
What was the most embarrassing thing you've ever done in your life?
Holy
Oh,
shit.
man.
I want to hear it. I want to make fun.
I want to make fun. Oh no.
I have one, so you're not alone.
I don't know if I could say that on radio.
Why
Okay,
not?
well, don't say that one. Pick a different one.
Most embarrassing thing I've ever done.
Can you say yours while he thinks?
Yeah, I'll have.
Yeah, I was
okay.
about to say, I mean, I don't.
Also,
okay.
I don't know what mine is.
See, I don't.
Sorry.
I mean, I do embarrassing things, but like, they don't embarrass me.
Okay,
'cause I don't
mine's
really
about
care.
like
Right.
a crush I had. My most embarrassing moment, 4th or 5th grade. It was wood shop class. Everyone had to take it at one point.
Why'd you have to take wood shop in
Because
fourth
Yeah, that's
grade?
really early.
We had to
we-
take recorder, but we didn't have
Yeah,
to
we
take.
did that too in music. But we had to do like we made wooden boxes. We made like a picture frame. We made a puzzle. You had to do it for whatever reason. It was like home ec. Okay, so I'm there. I'm making a wooden box next to my best friend Laura, and we're like gabbing, having a good time because we didn't care. And then my crush Matt, I forgot his last name honestly. He came up to me as I got up. Like I stood up from my stool with
I
my
feel like
box.
you've told me this story
And he-
before.
Made eye contact with me, and I swooned, as you do.
Swooned, as one
And
does.
he just said he never talked to me like ever. And then randomly he was like, "Hey, that looks good." And I thought he meant me, so I was like, "Really? Thank you." And then he was like, "No, your box." And
Oh shit.
Oof.
I was like, "I know, yeah." And I said, "Yeah, I know." And then I turned around and I hit into this guy Dylan. And then I hit him with my box, and then my box fell and it broke on the top, and I had to redo it.
Oh man.
And he watched the whole thing.
I don't know if
And I
that's
was sad.
I don't know if that's embarrassing or just more like
He saw the whole thing and
so
looked at me and then walked away.
oh no,
was
I've
done
got
with
one. It
homework.
happened to me freshman year of college. I had just gotten my longboard and I was still trying to figure it out. And there's a tour walking down and I'm coming down. You know where like Morton and Lutzy are? And there's that like hill that goes on to Chancellor's
Yeah.
almost. I was coming
There's
down
so
that.
many. There's always like
Well,
it's so narrow and like
yeah,
you know,
but
condensed.
it's better. I wasn't in the middle of a class change though. Like I should not have fallen, but I'm coming down and I'm like finally kind of figuring this longboard thing out. So I'm pretty confident. I'm standing up. I'm like, yo, I got this. And I see one of my friends, Grayson, and I turn around to say hey to him, and my wheel hits a rock,
Oh no.
and I go flying forward. And I just like slide across Chancellor's. Like I'm bloody. And I look up.
Bloody. Ew.
I look up and there's a tour all looking at me right in front of the tour. It gets worse though. So I go home. I'm limping home. Blood's running down my leg. I still have scars on my knuckles from it because I caught my.
You get hurt a lot.
I do. I'm a little bit accident
He does.
prone.
Cracking so much.
But I get back to iHouse and I sit down. I clean myself up. I slap Band-Aids on my knee. And y'all know Kira?
I know of her.
Yeah.
You know who
Yeah.
she
I
is.
think
She
I
lived in
know.
iHouse. She
Yeah.
lived downstairs.
Right. Oh, okay. Yeah. I remember her.
But she looks at me and she's like, "Did you just fall off your longboard?" I'm like, "Yeah." She's like, "Wait, did you do it in front of a tour group?" I was like, "Yeah." She's like, "Yeah, my mom just texted me. It was like some idiot just busted ass in front of everyone on this tour group." I was like, "Oh man, yeah, that was me. That was."
So many people fall though.
Literally, you always get hurt. Literally, like
I know,
so.
I get hurt. I get
Mary, her birthday was. Was it last week?
weekends ago.
Holy shit!
No, it was 2 weeks
2 weeks
ago.
ago?
Because yeah,
And we were
it's Monday.
you know, it was a party. It was her 21st, so it was a party. It
We were
was a little, you know.
having a good time.
And what was it? She didn't have shoes on.
No,
So
I don't know. We went down because
She was on a
we went
hammock outside.
She was on a hammock and she was having a moment with one of her friends, and she looked at me and Lindsay and said, hey, give us till 11:30. So it's 11:30. We go back down. We're like, all right, come back. You're going to your own party. Like, it's your own damn party.
Yeah, it's your birthday party.
And she said something like, I don't want to walk up the stairs or I don't have shoes on. I was like, cool, I'll give you a piggyback ride.
I missed it and I was so sad.
And she
funniest.
jumps up on my back. She started slipping and I adjust. And then I just
Eat shit.
Like,
literally eat
and then she lands on the back of my head. I mean, I'm still mildly, like, I've had a concussion all last week.
Concussed.
Yeah, are you okay? Like, actually,
I was so sad. You ran up to me at the party, Lindsay did, and she was like, Thomas just ate it. And I was like, fuck. Because I love when people fall. And I was like, I missed it.
But it was the funniest. Because you guys were okay for like 2 seconds, and then you took one step forward and you just stumbled and it just like.
I mean, I feel like I was on the ground for a minute.
No, you were. I felt bad because everyone went up to Mary immediately because it was the birthday girl. I was like,
Thomas was by himself.
no one asked if you were okay for like.
I mean,
I went up to you
is my
first.
bruise gone? Like, is it still there?
It actually kind of is, yeah.
Oh, shit.
No, I think you're good.
I mean, I bruised my forehead, and I mean, I didn't think I was concussed because, like, the night of, I mean, obviously the world was spinning anyways, so.
True. True.
There was no reason to be concerned there. And then I woke up the next day and I was like, oh, it's just a hangover. Like, it's not that bad.
Mm-hmm.
And then Monday I woke up. Yeah. Monday I realized I had a concussion.
Did you go to the doctor?
No.
You idiot.
Okay, look. My buddy played football. He said if you have a concussion, the doctor is going to tell you to rest and take Tylenol. Exactly what the internet told me. So I was like, why am I going to go to the doctor when I can just sit in a dark room? Like,
That's true.
I'm already drowning in
room.
I'm already drowning in medical bills from when I got hit by the damn car because my lawsuit won't come through. Like,
You have to stop. This entire thing is just talking about your injuries.
like
Thomas got.
Tell that story
He had
real
the
quick.
college dream of getting hit by a car.
I did. I got hit by a
campus.
car in a crosswalk on campus, and I'm not really gonna go into detail about it because, you know, this is like a public access thing.
True.
I don't want it to affect my settlement because
Good point,
I
good point.
dead ass need my medical bills paid
point.
for.
You're right.
But so I'm not really gonna get into it. But
you did get hit by a car.
Oh my god.
I did get hit by a car, and it was a big truck.
Oh my
And the
God.
driver.
Don't say anything that's gonna.
I'm not. It was a big utility truck, and I was in a crosswalk, and I have a witness. That's all I'm.
So this campus really doesn't do Thomas any favors.
No, this campus don't do
Dude,
me
when
any
you got
favors.
hit by the truck, I remember my friend at the time was literally said, "Is Thomas okay?" Like she texted me, "Is Thomas
Who is
okay?"
that?
Well, don't worry about it. She
Oh, I
said,
know who that is.
Is Thomas
You
okay?
know.
And I was like, "Yeah, I don't know." And she's like, "Well, like how hurt is he?" And I was like, "What are you talking about?" Like I don't know what you're talking about. She's like, "Oh, he got hit by a truck." I was like, "Oh shit!" And then I texted you, "You good?"
Wait. Friend at the time.
We won't get into that.
Yeah.
But
Huh.
Yeah, well, I just remember that text like.
I
what
just
the hell?
remember, and I'm not gonna try and give away any details, but I was supposed to go on a date with her.
You were.
that week, and I got hit by the car the night before. And that never worked out after that. So
Wasn't meant to be.
yeah, it wasn't meant
Yeah,
to
it
be
wasn't.
for a reson.
Let's change topics. I heard someone in class, either Friday or Thursday, say to his friend, and this is genetics, and the people behind me are weird. They're weird. They talk the whole time. And he said, would you rather be a hobbit or an elf for 24 hours?
Oh, okay.
And his
Elf.
friend said, what's the difference?
Time.
And I agree with
Fuck
him. Because I
no.
don't know. What the hell is the difference? They're short.
Okay.
I'm already
Are we
short.
talking like Santa elves, or are we talking like all in the
I think it's
Lord of
like
the
an-
Rings?
He
Lord
probably meant Lord in the Ring.
Because Lord of the
See, I don't know shit.
See, Lord of the Rings elves are the best characters. They're tall, elegant.
They're tall? I'm gonna
Yeah.
say.
Yeah.
Wait, elf?
Y'all, Orlando Bloom plays the elf in
See,
Lord
I've
of the
never
Rings.
seen any of them.
See, you
I just
got
know
to. You gotta-
Smaug.
Smaug. I'm not gonna do this. I'm not gonna.
Desolation of... Is it desolate or
Desolation.
of Smaug.
On air, I am not gonna expose myself
Why
on air
not?
to how much of a fucking nerd I am.
She went off about Marvel last episode.
Yeah,
like,
you-
Okay, you can go off on Marvel, but you don't know Lord of the Rings.
No.
she's a Harry Potter nerd and she's a Marvel nerd.
But you're not a Lord of the Rings nerd.
I couldn't get into it.
We've talked about
How?
this before.
It just looked stupid.
I've read all the books, seen all the movies,
Nope.
most of
Not
the
for me.
extended editions. Like,
It's got Blu-ray.
but But hobbits are
I
like
think I'd rather be an elf. Why would you want to be a hobbit? No offense.
hobbits are short, stubby, and
like,
hairy.
Powers?
No, they don't.
Do
Like it's just, it's really just not. Yeah, elves have like super hearing and super balance.
Oh, then
and
I don't know what the guy picked because I was trying not to laugh.
They have almost like elves almost have like spidey sense, if that makes sense.
I want to be
Or the
Dumbledore,
Peter tingle.
but Dumbledore's Lord of the Rings version.
Funny.
What's he called?
Gandalf.
Yeah, because he's a wizard.
No, Gandalf's way more badass than Dumbledore.
Is he a hobbit or a wizard?
He's a wizard.
This guy played 2 wizards in 2 franchises. He's loaded.
Dumbledore was not played by the same guy
Yes,
Gandalf
it was.
Who played Dumbledore?
Let me look it up. And
Do it, because
prove your ass wrong.
Gandalf was played by Ian McKellen.
Yeah.
That's not who played Dumbledore.
Wait.
Dude, don't look at me. Like, do not. I don't
Lord of
know
the Rings
anything.
Fellowship. Was he in that one?
Yeah, he was in all of them.
Oh, this is Magneto.
Yes.
Wait.
No.
Hold on, guys. I can figure this out. Dumbledore was alive in the 4th movie. Let me say that about Harry Potter.
The
It was not
actor
Hogwarts.
died after the first one.
Let me talk to you about football. Did you ever play football?
No.
I did it like at a family
offense
thing,
to
and my
football
cousins
fans.
were big football stars in our high
Was this
school.
in New York?
Yeah, and one of them actually legit tackled me, and it hurt really bad. And I said, "I'm done."
Yeah,
They're
you
like,
used to-
"No, we need one more person." I was like, "No, I'm
We
done."
used to play football after middle school. We would go. So we have this. So we live on a floodplain. Our neighborhood's a floodplain. So nobody can build behind us.
Okay.
nice.
It's against
That's nice.
it's against city codes. But like during Florence, we have a picture of us in our backyard in kayaks because it flooded.
Damn.
But so we have this big field behind us, like big open field. And so me and my buddies would get off the bus after middle school, we'd grab a football and we'd go out and play football. Now, it was rough because that field was not meant to be run on. There were holes everywhere and roots all over the place.
Break something.
Yeah, we used to get pretty beat up, but it was fun. It was a lot of fun. So I've grown up playing football though. I've loved football
Nice.
since I was in elementary school. I used to hang posters of football players up, like
Cute.
Peyton Manning. Peyton Manning.
too.
Peyton Manning was like my favorite.
No, we were a hockey family growing up.
See, I wasn't a hockey fan till recently.
Hockey's amazing, dude.
I
Everyone
love.
down
Okay,
here
I
needs to give it a
started.
chance.
I started watching hockey recently.
It's so good.
Because one of my roommates really a big fan of the Hurricanes,
Okay.
and
Oh.
so is my boss. Like the Stanley Cup's been to the Johnny Mercer Pier.
What?
Yeah,
Why?
because the Canes won it in '06. The Canes won it all.
Yeah, but why
and
did they go
it took
here?
the tour of the state, and it just
Oh, that's cool.
yeah. So
You got to meet people.
But I didn't. I was 7 years old. So I got into hockey recently, and it's so good.
It's so
It's
good.
so much fun
I'm
to
sorry, but
I
it
like.
is
I watched
best
the entire
sport.
playoffs this season. Like
You
until
did?
until the
This
until
year
the
was
Canes
so good.
until the Canes got swept by the Bruins.
Okay.
Cause fuck the Bruins. It was dirty.
True.
But I mean, I guess
Boston?
it's karma because we swept the Islanders right before. that.
Everyone sweeps the Islanders.
And then we beat
I don't even like
we beat the
Joe.
Capitals in 7, swept the Islanders, and then got swept by the Bruins.
We were a baseball family. Like all 3
Really?
sisters played softball, and then my dad's obsessed with the Yankees.
We're also a pretty
So we
big
would sit and watch the Yankees every time.
we're also a pretty big basketball family.
Nope.
Basketball.
So my granddad,
I like it here. I like going to the games here. They're fun.
Yeah, but I'll never watch
not
on
professionally.
my mom's side of her family, growing up, they never lived more than 3 miles from University of Tennessee's campus.
Damn.
So, and my granddad, since I think his entire life, I want to say, he's had season tickets to the University of Tennessee football.
Holy shit.
Damn.
That's cool.
And he always gets season tickets to basketball. So growing up, they would take us to basketball games, football games. We'd get all decked out in our Tennessee orange. And
Fun.
That's cute.
yeah, I was born. So it was really cool. One time I said one time when I was born, but when I was born,
When I was born.
The first time.
yeah, I'm an immortal, guys. The first time I was born, I was during the national championship in '99, and it was Tennessee versus Florida State, which was really cool because we're all big Tennessee fans. I was born on campus in the on-campus hospital during the game, and Tennessee won that year.
Whoa.
Yeah, and that was the last time Tennessee's
That's
won a
actually really cool.
championship. It's been 20 years since Tennessee won a championship, though. So,
Yikes.
but
You
That's
were
actually really
cursed
cool.
then.
a little bit.
So you were a blessing for 1 year.
You sucked all the power.
And then I'm just an accident-prone failure since. There we go.
True. That's true.
I'm really accident
but
prone.
you're
I'm an accident magnet.
True.
You You are.
as we can all tell. True.
From
But you're
From-
rolling in the dough with your fishing club.
right, but from
Makes up.
first
That's all
grade,
I'm at.
from first, second, and third grade, I started the year with some form of injury I had to go to the hospital for.
Dude.
First grade,
Like from hurting yourself?
yeah,
Like
so
what?
first grade I broke my arm so bad, one of my bones slipped and smashed my growth plate. So I had to go under and get that fixed. The year after that I fractured my other arm. Going into second grade, fractured my other arm. And going into third grade, I had to get 5 stitches in my leg, and it looks like I have a gunshot wound.
Dude, relax. You should be like Bubble Boy. Just lock yourself in a room.
No. See, I'm living
Can you
life,
imagine
though.
Thomas in like one of those giant hamster balls?
No, absolutely
Trying
not.
to stop someone's wedding at Niagara Falls. I love Bubble Boy.
Oh, fucking Bubble Boy.
That's a good movie. Have you seen Bubble Boy?
I have not.
No one's seen Bubble Boy.
No one's seen Bubble Boy, Kristen.
Oh, never mind.
Oh,
Thank
damn, the
you.
producer's
Someone
seen
has
Bubble Boy.
Good. Isn't it a good movie?
Was great.
Is that what Jake
Thank
Gyllenhaal?
you. Yeah, of course. When his hair was like all sticked up.
Yes, I remember because you've shown me. Kristen went through a huge Jake Gyllenhaal phase.
Wait, did you see him in
She watched all of his
the?
movies.
Did you see the Spider-Man movie
Of course I saw Spider-Man.
with Jake Gyllenhaal?
Yes, and he
Yes.
was amazing as, I almost said Magneto.
As
Mysterio.
Hysteria.
He killed it. He made it seem like he was a good guy if you don't know.
Yeah,
Spoilers.
I was
Comic.
fooled.
Spoiler
I think he was
alert.
bad the whole time.
I was fooled.
But yeah, that was a good movie. I love Spider-Man.
I know you do.
I don't know why I said that with a southern accent.
Spider-Man.
Love Spider-Man.
He's from Brooklyn, right? Or is that Captain America?
Spider-Man?
One of them's like, hey, Bronx. And he's like, hey,
No.
Brooklyn. Or Queens. No, he's from Queens. Spider-Man's from Queens. My mom's
Yeah.
from Queens. Maybe she knew Spider-Man. Don't read my... Did you see the last one?
No, I didn't.
About a cult? Okay. So I'll just say it off the bat. I saw this online and I thought it was funny. It's a question to ask your friends. Starts like this. I've been thinking of starting a cult. What kind of cult should we start together? That's it.
What do you mean? Like, are you genuinely asking?
I mean,
Sure.
I keep thinking about. So I'm watching Parks and Rec with Nick, and I keep thinking about
The lizard.
the Zorp.
Zorb, the giant spaghetti monster.
So I want to start something like that. Where it's
We can call
like an
him Zerp.
alien. Zerp.
Zerp.
Yeah, so I'm starting the Zerp cult.
No,
Hail
we're gonna
Zerp.
start the Nugget cult.
Nugget.
Nugget's gonna be the
Yeah.
leader of our cult.
And Alfie.
And Alfie, our fish.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Does that mean
Our
you're
meetings will be
wait? Does
at
that?
our
I was about to say, does that make your apartment a commune?
Yeah, pretty much. So, pull through. I was gonna say my address for a second, but probably shouldn't.
Oh, look, as long as you don't have Kool-Aid at the meetings, we'll be okay.
Okay.
Yikes.
Yikes.
She's gonna kill us.
We have to sacrifice ourselves.
Am I allowed to make Jim
Dessert.
Jones jokes on air?
You can do anything.
All right, cool.
Maybe not anything.
I'm not gonna do anything.
Remember people used to say bet?
I still say
Unironically?
that.
I know you do, and that's why I said it.
I still say
Intervention.
No.
Bet.
No, absolutely not. Why?
He
I
says
don't know,
bet when
we
he
say it all
means
the time.
yes. He says bet when he means no. He says bet.
No, bet just means like okay,
Literally-
cool. Like
Yeah, but I'm
Respond
like, oh, you
to
can
it.
come over. Bet.
Bet. Any question
like,
I mean,
ever
yeah,
asked,
because
and
it's like good, like cool, like I'm coming over, like
we hate it.
all right, I will
I'm
try and
paint
watch
you
myself.
a tapestry that says bet. You have to hang it up.
I mean, I'll try and watch
Lowercase
it.
b
I'll try and
too, I
watch it
think.
when I'm texting you guys now. It's-
Yeah, watch your tone and watch your use of bet.
you watch your tone. Don't tell me what to do.
Watch your language.
All right, thanks for tuning in.
Thank you.
All right, guys.
Hopefully this works.
I might see you again.
Probably not.
Yeah.
Just kidding. Well, comment. I don't think you can.
They can comment on the website.
Comment your rating of Thomas.
Comment if you
kidding.
want me back.
Only nice things.
Oop.
I made
This
a guess.
house, we only compliment.
We'll send it with a compliment to Thomas.
Thomas, you're such a sweet guy.
You make me laugh.
Thank you.
And I like when people
You
make
guys
me
are
laugh.
great.
Anyway, Lindsay, I hate you.
Damn.
This will be the last podcast.
Are you quitting?
Yeah.
Thomas will take your
I'm
spot.
taking over. Yeah, fun announcement, guys.
We talk too much now with Thomas. Limited edition.
Does that mean y'all have to do we have to change the album cover?
Like post
Thomas at the
No, we just
in
crop
front
my
of me.
face over Kristen.
Let's do that. Oh, there's stuff for this 1 week.
That is so funny. We should. Okay.
All right,
Thank you guys
guys.
for listening.
We'll see you
Thanks
in
for
2
tuning
weeks.
in.
Woo!